All right, check one, check two. This is probably the 10th or 11th try. Have you ever wondered why there's always a black best friend in all TV shows? Well, let's give you a little lesson on it. It all started off with this movie called Birth of a Nation. Birth of a Nation basically had the the plan or the agenda to make you believe that all black people, especially black men, were out to get your wives, out to, you know, take your wives as a white person, as a white man. Uh Basically the reason that they made this movie is because they were against the freedom of blacks. So they made blacks look as savage, dirty, irresponsible, anything negative. They wanted you to believe this. So back then they did minstrel shows and these kind of things in blackface. So it was just white people painted black so that they were representing black people because of course they didn't want them on the set. Um, so that basically helped mold the agenda for all black actors and stuff like that before it even was able to be able to work. Either way, so after that, when black people were able to be on the sets, uh, they were only being able to play slave roles, um, maid roles, anything that was below a white person, they could play it, and that's all they were able to play at that moment. And these were basically called black caricatures. So there's the mammy. She's big, black, like really dark, and just non-sexual. And she just always jolly all the time, just ready to do whatever master want her to do. They got the sapphire. They have the welfare queen. Welfare queen, she believes that the government is gonna just save her from all of her debts, everything. Um then they have the mankind. So they have Sambos, the really happy, jolly Negro who avoids work at all times and just jolly and singing, and all he want to do is eat. Then there's the Uncle Tom. He's a traitor. He basically believes that the white man gonna save him from anything. So he's gonna tell the white man everything. He's big and strong, but he just trusts the white man. Just straight up. Like he just the best slave they could ever find. Then you also have the coon. He just stupid. He's a savage. He don't want nothing to do with anything. He just wanna be lazy, bum around, all of that. So with all of those, they basically put those in action through all of the movies around that time. And the farther into television, you really understand that most of these characters are still the same, just more watered down. So it's like many different things. So for a Sambo or a coon, you could really say JJ from Good Times was a coon because he would act really crazy and all kind of stuff. Even though the movie was even though the show Good Times was about struggling and trying to get places where you need to go or whatever. JJ was the reason that show was really popping because he was goofy, crazy, and stuff like that helps, sell. It's not about the lesson, it's about what is selling. Um Also, so now it's like instead of being a slave or something of that sort, instead it's like being the best friend, something that's always being belittled. So you're gonna always be some kind of belittled character in a white based movie. Um anyway, moral of the story is most of the diversity done inside of movies and stuff is really done because they don't want to look bad. So they give you a character that is supposed to be comedic relief, something that's going to always be below the important person, and that's just going to be the white people. So that's my speech on diversity in movies and TV shows. Thank you very much. I'm Erriana Rhyne.